We are CRN.
Stay tuned. We're live in 1 minute. Seconds until showtime. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Your CRN, my CRN, our CRN. We are CRN, the community radio network now and the new CRN 87.9 FM. And still always anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
The following broadcast is an exclusive presentation of the Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
Well, we hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving holiday. Black Friday, Basketball Friday. Welcome to the 919 versus 910 Basketball Showdown Showcase. Part of this Thanksgiving Throwdown weekend in Goldsboro on the Community Radio Network and WJG Sports. If you're watching, we had some, I don't know, I'm not a fan of OBS anymore, Braxton. That's all I'm going to tell you. We missed the first half of a great game between, of course, High School, of course, the Titans, based out of the Rocky Point area, just outside of Wilmington, of the West Johnston Wildcats out of Benson. Of course, that's what CRN's Jackie Posey's alma mater. And obviously, we had a great game, Braxton Kutchin. I'm Wesley Outland. We're underway in the start of the third quarter, third period, second half action. And this has been a really good contest so far. We got to jump right into it, Braxton.
Yeah, it's been a great contest so far. And the key for me has been, well, early High Trash had the three-point ball working, and towards the end of the first half there has not been able to fall. We'll see what they can do with that in the second half. And for West Johnston, a lot of backdoor cuts. I mean, some set plays have been really good. And, you know, being able to beat some cheating on ball pressure from High Trash has contributed to a lot of their points so far.
Yeah, it certainly has. Right now, it's a 2-point game, 30-28 in favor of the West Johnston Wildcats. Is right now High Trash trying to really respond quickly in the perimeter. That was, of course, Patel going to Hill. My apologies. That's Brown going to Davis. As the black on white with the blue and white trim is for the High Trask team. The West Johnston Wildcats are wearing the home colors, which is the white on white and the teal. And there is a timeout being called here. As again, 6:34 left to go here in the third quarter. Great contest, great battle in the first half. And, of course, as soon as they get right back out on court again, it's a very close contest.
Oh, yeah, right now. And the key for West Johnston has been one of their lead scorers has been Caden Hooray. I mean, he has been backdoor cutting, getting wide open layups, taking advantage on the fast break. He's been hitting the three-point ball. He's been doing it all. And that's kind of been their key here early on to keep them in this game.
Yeah, it's been a very good contest between, of course, the opening day of the 919 basketball showcase on the Community Radio Network. Of course, we're at the home of the Chargers at Wayne Country Day in Goldsboro. The game number one underway between West Johnston and High Trask. Coming up around 2:30 this afternoon will be game two between Neuse Charter and Fairmont. Wayne Prep and White Oak at the 4 o'clock hour. The ladies will be on the court at 5:30 for Aycock versus Fairmont. And the nightcap will be the big one between Wayne Country Day and New Hanover here on CRN as well as WJG Sports.
Yeah, we've got an action-packed day, and we're excited. It's going to be a good one. I've seen a couple of these teams play before, and I'm excited to see them again.
Right now, 30-28 in favor of West Johnston. West Johnston Wildcats with the rock. Move it up court now at midcourt. It's going to be number 13. That's Caden Hooray. Hooray now send it off to the left circle, looking down to Malachi Baker. Baker side. He tried to get it to the perimeter to Harris. Harris, the guard, coming up short under the net. And they're going to turn the ball over and give it back to Hyde Trask.
And yeah, see, that was the play. That was another set play with the screen coming up at the top of the key. And the cut was there early, but just a little too late and a little too far on the outstretched arms there.
30-28, 6 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. First half was a dandy. Hyde Trask and West Johnston to kick things off. Here comes now Martez Davis. He'll go up the perimeter. Turnover now. Give it back to Malachi Baker. Baker under pressure, goes to the left wing, trying to find Hooray. Caden Hooray tries to go for a three, come up short. Reset again. Hyde Trask on a three. That's off the rim, no good. That's Bannerman, Bradford Bannerman, the 5'11", strong forward. And they'll turn it, hold on, possession though. Kick ball, they're going to give the ball back to Hyde Trask. Is West Johnston played a little kickball there for a second.
Played a little kickball there. That is exactly right. But another key thing that you want to keep your eyes on if you're watching this game, second chance points for Hyde Trask has been one of their kind of biggest things to, keep it putting points on the board. If they miss their first shot, they're very aggressive on the offensive glass to get some boards.
Our intention is to do each game one by one by request of the coaches and the staff, as well as WJG Sports. So that's what our intentions are to do. But with the technical issues we had, we're pretty ticked off getting ready to go on the air, and all of a sudden you can't find your camera. I was like, we already started. What do you mean we started working on it? Going upside. That's going to be Taylor. Basket. There you go. Something we ain't seen in a while has been a basket go in. Now we got an equipment timeout being called. Equipment timeout. You heard of an equipment timeout?
Actually, yes, I have. I've seen it once.
Well, you use it in football a lot, right?
Yeah, football, it happens a lot, but sometimes I'll do it to tuck in jerseys, but this one was for I think an ankle brace.
I'm telling you, these referees have been really strict on equipment violations this year.
They have.
We saw it in football, and now, of course, we're also seeing it now in basketball. So, I mean, and tucking the jerseys in, too. Something definitely they're keeping an eye on enforcing. Perimeter, shot, three, off the rim, short by number 10. That was Josiah Brown.
That one might have been from Benson where he shot it.
It might have been, yeah. Hyde Trask, based out of the Beach, Wilmington area.
Just a little north of Wilmington.
And of course, West Johnston, we used to play in the conference Greater Neuse River 3A. Based between Vincent and good old Three Oaks and a stump. But there's a turnover. Give it back to 33. Is he there? Gio Driggers, ball in, good. Down by 2 now only is the Titans. Hyde Trask and West Johnston. We're about midway through here in the third quarter. Got some subs coming in. Number 22 coming in for the Wildcats. Of course, that is Jose de Ferreira Pereira. I hope I said that name correct.
It sounded good.
Pereira. Pereira. Let's just say Jose Day in the game, okay?
There we go.
And let's see West Johnston. Fancy footwork at midcourt. Number 2, that's going to be Cameron Taylor. Taylor almost shot it. Got saved by Baker. Baker for a three to the left wing. Short. Turnover. Give it to the Titans. Here comes Hyde Trask, and they're going to go coast to coast, and they can't get it in the net. Gio gets the rebound. Ball falls in. We got a tied game here in Goldsboro.
Yes, we do. Great use of the body there. Being able to back his defender down and be able to use his physicality, put it in there.
Quickly responding. Cameron Taylor on a three. Boom! Oh, baby! I love covering football, Braxton, but I'm glad basketball season's back.
I was about to say, we've had college hoops back, high school hoops is back. It is great time.
Inside perimeter and a whistle and a foul, and they're going to say the basket will count and one.
And Drigger's going on a tear right now.
Gio Driggers. Oh, and by the way, that's a freshman player.
That's what is crazier to me.
6'5", 270 pounds, and a freshman like that.
Man, I wish I was 6'5".
Head coach Rodney Orr got a gift for sure. Thanks to our videographer, getting ready to give you the sights and sounds of the basket and one.
And he doesn't play like a freshman either. He seems very composed and mature. You would think
you're exactly right.
Junior or senior at least.
Like I said, Coach Rodney Orr's got a gift for the next 3 years, plus this year counting him being a freshman player. And they're having a discussion here. I think they're fixing the 3 minutes on the clock is what they're doing. Okay. So they're fixing the clock. I guess it was he thought it was. Trying to save some clock time, I guess. They got called. Basket and one. No good. Rebound, though. Give it to one, and he puts it in. Myron McCoy.
And there I go. Talking about offensive rebounds. That is going to be High Trash key right now. They're being really aggressive on the offensive glass, and it's rewarding them so far.
Gio Driggers, basket and one. The first, the end one didn't count, but quickly there was Myron McCoy to save the day and put now a 1-point lead for the High Trash Titans on the Wildcats. And it looks like we're going to give the ball back to West Johnston. They're going to inbound it just below our broadcast position. It's going to be Caden Hooray. And we've got a new player coming in. Bradford Bannerman is coming in. Bannerman, 5'11", 160 pounds, senior strong forward, number 2 in the game now, Braxton.
Yeah, a really athletic guy. We saw him earlier. He was being really aggressive on the offensive glasses. Most of this team has been all night.
Malachi Baker in the perimeter, up the lane, and the ball will fall. They go back to the lead by one.
A great mid-range jumper there for Malachi Baker. It's a tough shot, falling away from the goal a little bit, but a tough shot that is made.
This is going to be McCoy. McCoy to the perimeter, looks on the far side. He'll find out Robinson. Robinson inside the lane, deflected. Interception like football. Number 2, Cameron Taylor comes up with it. Looking under pressure, goes inside the lane. Now going to go back to Piera. Piera now goes back now to Baker. Baker inside the perimeter, goes back around. Nice footwork, nice teamwork. Ball going, touching 4 different players to put the ball in and get the score.
Great movement. Minimal dribbles, efficient passes. That is exactly what you want to see if you're West Johnson.
And just like that, a 3-point lead for the Wildcats here of West Johnston. Coming up, game 2, Noose Charter and Fairmont. Shot for 3, far left, no good. Attempt by McCoy. Rebound, give it back. Number 3, he'll put it in the net of Martez Davis. And only down by 1 now for High Trash, Braxton.
Yeah, and they're going to pick up a little full court man. They've started doing that here early on in the first half and have now picked it back up again. And it caused West Johnson some troubles here early on. Let's see if it keeps doing that. Pressure
by Cameron Taylor. Taylor under the gun. He'll throw the ball up, and it's going to be called a travel in, I believe, or a foul called here. By the way, Braxton, got to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What is your thoughts of all the new foul rules now that are being done in the sport?
So I've watched a little bit of it, and I've seen it implemented in games. I personally am not a big fan of it.
Me either. I'm not a fan of the 1-and-1 being taken away either.
Yeah, I don't like the 1-and-1 being taken away because it's been a part of the game for so long, and it's just been it affects strategy.
Yeah.
It affects how you coach, how you play.
So basically, if there's fouls now, there's fouls up to each period. It's 5 fouls. 5 fouls, then you go into the double bonus. Double bonus is in 2-shot fouls.
Right.
There's no more single bonus, double bonus anymore. It's basically every foul clock resets in each period, and basically there's no 1-and-1. And if you get more than 5 fouls, then you go to the double. And there can be discretion of where they can call fouls. It used to be foul calls, no foul calls, where you don't even shoot. They just blow a whistle and they give you the ball back.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it, but, I mean, it is what it is now. And so we'll just have to see how that affects teams this year and how people are going to use it to their advantage.
Yeah.
Because now you can be a little more aggressive if you get, you can get 5 fouls. I mean, or less aggressive, depending on how you want to play your strategy. If you've got a team that's a great free throw shooting team,
you're exactly right.
I mean, you've got to play a little more conservative with the fact, because if teams are going to cash in at the line, those opportunities.
And like that, just like we mentioned, this really changes the complexion of the game. We'll have to keep an eye on it. 41-38, under a minute to go here in the third quarter. It's a humdinger here in Goldsboro outside Seymour Johnson. Ball almost goes over the net. They call the whistle here. It's going to go back to West Johnston. 41-38. We got a barn burner here going up into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we do. And there's some more of that full court man being picked
Oh, a
up.
steal, and it bounced off his head. Way to use your head there, Tin. Dylan Patel.
And there's some more of that full court pressure. And it caused a turnover there for High Trask. And now they're going to try. They have a chance to tie this thing and go down by 1.
Man, whatever it takes. Keep the ball in play. 15 turnover. 15 fight for it. Oh, it's almost a fumble, a jump ball. It goes into the crowd. And they're going to call the whistle to High Trask. It's like a football game, basically fighting over a fumble on the field for who's got the possession arrow, Braxton.
And that's exactly what they do. They're going to call it a jump ball, and they're going to rule with a possession arrow.
That's right.
I thought it was off High Trask, but hey, I guess it's going that way now anyways.
Hey, listen,
towards South Johnson,
Trayvon Robinson, got to give him an attaboy because he was ruthless not letting that ball.
He was not there, but everyone was persistent.
He wasn't going to let anybody take it away, man.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween's far from over. Next time we talk about candies on Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
38 for High Trask. Boy, almost trying to run in there and get that little sneak from behind was going to be Davis. He's short. West Johnston on the perimeter. They'll reset. That's going to be Pereira to 2. Taylor, 3. Got it. Increase that lead now to 6. That's the end of the third quarter. We're at the top of the hour. We'll pause for 10 seconds since we're, thank goodness, finally on the air for network identification. This is the WJG Sports 919 versus 910 basketball showcase on CRN, the Community Radio Network. We're just getting started in Goldsboro.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
Friday night family fun starts here.
Your green flag on America's favorite bull ring.
Wake County Speedway is Raleigh's home for exciting NASCAR short track racing.
Trouble up in turn number 3.
The cars, the crowds, the throaty rumble of engines. All eyes on the green flag. Get the full schedule of races at WCSpeedway.com.
They're coming to the checkered flag.
Wake County Speedway, just 10 minutes south of downtown Raleigh off US 401.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back inside Goldsboro. The fourth quarter has just got started. High Trask and West Johnston down by 6 is the black and white team. In the blue out of Wilmington for Rocky Point, the jerseys that you're seeing. The teal green and white is West Johnston. And they're taking care of business right now in a great 6-point lead so far, Braxton. But we're not done yet.
No, we're not. And that was just great moves. Great persistence on the offensive glass. I mean, that was Colby Jarman right there. Excellent persistence there from Jarman.
Yes, sir, man. What a move.
And what a response. Josiah Brown, corner 3 right there. Cut this lead back down to 5, and that's exactly what High Trask needs.
Doing exactly what they need to do so far. So a lot of basketball left to go here. WJG Sports, by the way, they're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, or X. All of them social media platforms, they've got you covered. Apologize for missing what was the first half of the game, but wanted to make sure that we put out a good product. And that's exactly what we have right now. 6:40 left to go here in regulation. Braxton, what is West Johnston got to do momentum-wise to keep the momentum to the lead in their favor and not let High Trask get back and steal this thing away from them?
I mean, you've got a couple of things. One, you got to be strong with the ball. I mean, High Trask has been putting some pressure on, and it's caused some turnovers. So if you're West Johnston, you've got to be strong with the ball.
Sure.
And two, you got to utilize ball fakes. This High Trask team is very jumpy. They like to go after balls. If they see an opportunity for a steal, they're going to take it. So if you can ball fake, get that defense to move, you're going to get a lot more wide open looks and continue to hit the 3 ball.
46-41. And here comes High Trask ready to go for a 3. The short by number 10. And that was Josiah Brown.
And one thing they just did right there that was going to be my next key was they need to limit High Trask to 1 shot of possession. If they miss, they need to get defensive rebounds.
Why is that, Braxton?
Because, I mean, when you get second chance points, that can only hurt you. So, I mean, if you can limit yourself, one, you get more time to possess the ball, you can wind some clock down, and it doesn't give High Trask any momentum whatsoever. It is suffocating to know if you can't make a shot, then you can't even get after it on the offensive glass. One,
Sure.
And then another reason, you can get out in transition.
Listen, we will stay live on the YouTube feed for the duration. I'm understanding we're not going to go off live because we will get knocked offline again.
All right.
As long as we're good, we're going to stay right here with it. So, obviously, game number 2 coming up next will be between West Johnston versus High Trask right now. News Charter and Fairmont in about 20 minutes time. Hoops action for the next 7 hours on CRN and WJG Sports YouTube there, Braxton.
I don't know another way.
You got to love a 3-shot. A 10 by 1 of Baker, you were saying.
I was going to say, I don't know another way. I'd rather spend my Black Friday than watching high school hoops.
Yeah, I ain't worried about Christmas shopping. Bah humbug.
Big
Look at
time
that,
3.
baby. Did you see that?
Josiah Brown has cut this game to 4.
That literally just put the opportunity to put them back in it.
This game is indication it's going to be a great day of basketball.
We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
please be done.
Over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Back here at the basketball showcase. 5 minutes left to go. Regulation time. And by the way, High Trask cut it to 4. Now it's back to 6 as West just got a basket there, Braxton.
And yeah, Taylor with an absolutely beautiful move, buying his time, being patient, letting the defender buy before taking it all the way. Just absolutely incredible display of patience there.
A lot more coverage rolling on here. By the way, we're going to stay live for the first 3 games on the YouTube feed. And then, of course, also for the broadcast on CRN. And then we'll reset for the other 2 games. Coming up, News Charter, Fairmont. 4 o'clock, Wayne Prep versus White Oak. 5:30, the only women's game of the Friday showcase is Aycock versus Fairmont. And then the men. Wayne Country Day in New Hanover. And then we'll do it again tomorrow, Braxton, but you ain't going to be here tomorrow.
I ain't going to be here tomorrow. Gotta study for exams. Still a college student.
Study for exams.
But I will be putting this on to listen while I do a little bit of studying.
or watch, because it'll be on
Yeah,
YouTube.
that's right. Yeah, I'll watch it.
That's right.
Don't want to get too distracted, but I'll probably have the live stream up and listen to it a little bit.
At least listen to the radio call, right?
That's right.
Well, we're glad to have you, man, because we haven't worked with you since football.
Yeah, it's been a while.
All right. Looks like we got a foul. They're going to send number 3 to the line, is what we said. 2-shot foul. And that's one of the things we talked about where everything resets.
Right.
There's no 1-and-1 anymore. There's a bonus, double bonus after 5. And in a two-shot foul and at the discretion of the referees, they can also say it's a foul and you don't go to the line and shoot two.
Correct.
Some of the new rules that are being enforced. And Braxton, they're talking about shot clocks within the next 2 years also. I don't know if you heard about that.
I've heard a little bit about that, and that's one I don't hate.
Yeah.
I love the shot clock.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be 24 seconds like it is at the college level, but I think putting a little bit of a limit on there is definitely something that could help some teams again with upsets or help some teams pull away sometimes.
Sure.
Force an offense to go. I think that's something that would be great to have.
So we have another whistle. All right, let's reset this again here with 4 minutes remaining.
And High Trask is upping the intensity. They're down 7 right now with about 3:45 left.
Sure.
And they are just attacking defensively, trying to do everything they can to cause turnovers, to get out in transition. Because that's where they're making their money, is out in transition. They're a really fast team.
Perimeter. Malachi Baker. Shot 2. Had 2-man coverage. Rebound coming up with it. Gio Driggers was there. And they go from coast to coast now to the left side. That's number 10. That's Josiah Brown, the freshman. A lot of freshman players soft on the High Trask thing.
And one thing I want to point out about that play right there, Caden Hooray just fell down trying to get that rebound. Hustle back to the other end.
Yeah.
High Trask would have had probably a transition 3 or at least a layup had he not hustled back. But he hustled back, got back on defense, made High Trask rush a little bit, caused a turnover.
Still a lot of basketball, as we mentioned, left to be played as well. 52-45, 3 minutes of regulation left, and a good one here in Goldsboro. Wayne Country Day, the home of the WJG. That's the WJG Regional Great Sports. Kai Jones, everybody involved in the 919 versus 910 basketball showcase. And somebody quickly able to yell for a timeout.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
A lot of basketball rolling along. Good evening back to you. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Black Friday is Basketball Friday here in Goldsboro. 919 versus 910 Basketball Showcase. CRN, Community Radio Network, and WJG Sports on YouTube TV. And we have about 3 minutes left to go in game number 1. This has been a dandy. Look who's in the perimeter. 23 is there. William Moore in another basket. They're adding all the points.
And again, another run set, out of bounds play. Great call out of the timeout to go with a little inbounds play. And it gets you an easy bucket to get that confidence back up if you're West Johnston.
Put themselves back in place. Number 1, dig into the basket. He's there. That's Myron McCoy. McCoy back inside. Going to go back now to 13. This is Caden Hooray. Hooray now. Midcourt. Pushing, driving. Here in Goldsboro. Fakes one. Thought he was going to send it to Christian McFall. Instead, he gets inside the lane. Finds now Moore. Moore, far side. Tries to get it to Juana Baker. Baker saves the day. Open lane, 23. Could get the ball in the net. Was going to be Pereira. And William Moore, basket and one Braxton.
After missing the layup, gets his own rebound. Pump fake, hesitation, gets his defender in the air right off the glass.
And
Sweet touch.
This could possibly make it a 10-point lead for the Wildcats of Joco West Johnston here in Waco. A foul is called. There's already 2 fouls here in this 4th period of play. Remember the new rules. We'll kind of go over that on a halftime here. 56-47. This, somebody fouled out. Understanding someone fouled out of the game. So he's fouled out. I want to say it was Moore.
I think it was Zio Biggers, maybe.
Yeah, Gio Driggers has fouled out. And William Moore is the player I was referring to that's going to be at the charity stripe to try to go for the and one and make it a 10-point lead for the Wildcats at perfect time, especially with 2 minutes remaining in regulation.
Yeah, going up 10 with 2 minutes left.
And it goes in.
Yeah, and that's something that once you see that double digit, you're like, man. I mean, and now High Trask has to be efficient with their possessions. They can't waste time. They've got to
really climb out of the cellar now because they're in a hole. Double digits, and it looks like they might be wanting to fix the clock again, maybe. Lead for the Wildcats. A Weston turnover. Takeaway. Cameron Taylor. He says thank you. Pressured. Almost lost the ball at midcourt. They fight for it at midcourt. Saves the day is going to be hooray, and the timeout by the Wildcats.
Yeah, great call there. High Trask. You could tell they were amping up the pressure. Almost caused a turnover there. Coach calls timeout, and that's a great call. Coach Bennett recognized the pressure was coming up. Great call there.
Certainly a great call as the whistle being made. Oh, boy, you can hear Coach Orr telling him, why were you just standing there looking at the ball? Why didn't you drive for the ball, dive for the ball? So our videographer down there, she's right dead on it. She can't, you might not be able to hear it, but she can see it.
That's right.
And then we can look over here at the West Johnston coach, and they're just kind of calm, cool, collective as Chris Bennett is talking with the West Johnston. Got to be happy. Head back to Johnston County. Shout out to my buddy Ben Orman. I know he's down there working somewhere for West Johnston, and go back to Benson with a win on this Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah, I mean, 1:51 left, and you're up 10. You know, High Trask is going to be playing the foul game here, probably within about a minute or so, trying to see if you can get that, try and cut into that deficit. So one thing you're telling them, be strong in the ball. They got to let them know how many timeouts you have left. So if you're caught in a situation, you can call a timeout, or coach can call a timeout. Be smart, be strong with the ball.
It's a 10-point lead. 57-47 to the house off the glass. No good. Malachi Baker. Rebound. High Trask can still get in it. Time running out, though. 90 seconds and a three. Oh, my! Deep side. Josiah Brown only down by 7 now. And he stole the ball there, Braxton. And a three. And another chance. No good. Rebound. Comes up with it. Number 5. Kennedy to the net, and he's fouled.
Wow, big time shot there.
Oh.
Big time steal, and now leading. And that's going to be an out of bounds on the floor play. And that's the one thing you've got to do if you're West Johnston. You cannot foul. You've got to keep those fouls to a minimum, or at least no shooting fouls.
And we got a foul being called. Foul actually on 13. A hooray for West Johnston. And that's one of the things I told you. There's going to be fouls called now. You would think it would be going to the line.
Right.
It's not personal. They just put the ball back inbounds. That's it. Put it back in play. You might have possession, but you don't get to go to get those 3 points anymore.
That's right.
5. Going back to it. Oh, man, do you see that one-hander? Just
one hand floater. Nice touch there.
One hand on him, baby. One hand on him. 1 minute left to go. Only down by 5. Boy, this is going to be a good one down the stretch. Here we go. Coming up, don't forget game number 2. They're already awaiting to come onto the court and warm up. Noose Charter and Fairmont.
58 seconds left to go.
Just after a 10-minute warm-up here for game 2, part of the 919 versus 910 basketball showcase. WJG Sports Sanction. Ball in good. Increase some. Christian McFall does that.
And I was just about to say, West Johnston needs a bucket just for confidence sake right now, and that was one to get him there. Again, another out-of-bounds play.
Oh, another 3 by number 1. He got it. McCoy did. Down by 4. Going to the basket. Taylor under pressure by 3. Open lane. Goes back inside there.
Good pass.
Hooray. Goes to 23. Moore's there. Basket's good. Another shot for three. It's deflected, and they're going to call a foul, actually. They're going to call a foul. It's a 3-shot foul coming up. Number 10, Josiah Brown fouled. 3-shot foul at the line. Coming up with 26 seconds left in regulation here in Goldsboro, Braxton Cutchin.
That is a tough call on the Wildcats. I don't know if I agree with it, but I can't do much about it for him.
You can hear the crescendo of the crowd. Some cheers, some boos.
Some disbelief, especially on the face of Cameron Taylor.
Wow.
Cameron Taylor, excuse me. And misses the first one. And that is big because they are down 6. High Trask is. And being down 6 and missing that first free throw is big.
You're exactly right.
So now it's a 3-possession game. Missed the second.
Missed the second one.
So you're upset about the foul, but right now it's not a terrible foul.
Because they're 2 out of 3 you ain't made yet.
2 out of 3 that have not been made. And if you can get out of this with no free throws being made,
still
that is huge.
That 6-point lead. 3. Can he get it? He will. 2 out of 3 missed. The last one goes in. There's a timeout call.
61-56.
Wow.
And you can see along the baseline, loose water.
How do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good, because every year dozens of children are forgotten in the back seat. Cars get hot fast and can be deadly, so get it in your head. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I forgot that you get lively during that commercial.
I love that commercial.
Turnover, West Johnson will go back to High Trask here. Boy, oh boy. If he would have got those 3 foul shots, then that would have cut it down to like 58-61.
It would have. And then there's a turnover right there.
A turnover, and now we got oh, wow. They're calling for a stoppage of the clock. I don't know. They're calling for the clock to be fixed. I think it started a little too prematurely. So 22 and a half are put back. 22.5 seconds left. So the clock started a little earlier than anticipated, and it's a 5-point lead, and now they're going to – well, these referees are trying to restore order here, Braxton. They got
Yeah, they are. I'm trying to listen and see what's going on, and the guys were moving before the clock's even set.
That's right.
And one of the PA announcers just said, yeah, that boy's trying to get open.
Gotta wait. Got to go back to McCoy.
And they've got to go quick.
Got to get a quick score. McCoy going for a big 3, number 5. He's short. That was an attempt by Kennedy. And a jump ball called possession arrow. It's going to go to West Johnston. Possession arrow for the Wildcats.
That's a big-time rebound from Cameron Taylor to be able to come down with that, get the possession arrow. But now, more importantly, if there's a jump ball, it goes to High Trask.
Final 12 seconds of the game, and there's a foul. It's number 3. Davis reaches in on Taylor. They'll go to the line.
No out-of-bounds play. Not yet. They have not gotten to
That's right. No, that's right. And see, here's one of those things where you could go back to fouling again and get a 2-shot foul. But now, since everything's reset with the new foul rules, you're gonna inbound it. That's it.
On the next foul.
The next foul will be a 2-shot foul.
It will be.
And they quickly foul him. They didn't do it. Not yet. 13 running with the ball. Hooray, and there's a big foul and a bear hug on this Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Byron McCoy stacked him up. Said, show me some love.
That's right.
Beware of your surroundings over there. I don't want you to fall through the floor.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember we were here back in July and about done that? Remember?
Yeah, I do remember that.
We shut the floor. We remember we lifted the thing up.
Oh, yeah.
6-point lead, ready to bring this one to the finish here. Actually, no, 5-point lead. And add on points as Hooray at the line.
Now it's 6.
Swoosh! Mubi Brano. Is that what the PA announcer just said? Mubi and Brano? Is that it?
Couldn't tell you.
Both free throw shots are good. Under 4 seconds remaining. Shot for 3. Short by McCoy. There's your final. 63-56 at the end of game number 1. Braxton, what do you think, buddy? What's your final take of this one, man?
Oh, man, a great first game to get us kicked off here. And then, I mean, if that's the first game, I can't wait to see what we have in store.
10-minute break, looking at about 2:40 Eastern time. Game number 2. The 919 versus 910 basketball showcase. We'll bring it to you. West Johnston and Hyde Trask. What a way to get it kicked off. And again, when it's all said and done, Johnston County represented Braxton.
Very well represented. A big-time W in game 1. See what else they got next.
Coming up next, again, News Charter versus Fairmont. The men on the court, they're warming up. Coming up in less than 10 minutes time. 10 minutes time, all right? So we're going to take a break. We're going to reset. Thank you to our videographer. We'll get her name before it's over with. For Braxton Kutch and I'm Wesley Outland, about 9 minutes away from Game 2. Black Fridays, Basketball Friday in Goldsboro, the WJG Sports 919 versus 910 Basketball Showcase. We're back in just a moment after commercial breaks from Goldsboro on CRN.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Regresando a la escuela, sí tenía miedo, porque yo tenía pensamientos que no sabía si iba a poder hacerlo.
A los 47 años, Marco obtuvo su high school diploma.
Nunca es muy tarde para obtenerlo.
Nadie obtiene un diploma solo. Si estás pensando en obtener tu high school diploma, puedes recibir ayuda. Encuentra clases gratis para adultos cerca de ti en completatudiploma.org. Repito, completatudiploma.org. Presentado por la Dollar General Literacy Foundation y el Ad Council.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
Please be done.
over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Friday night family fun starts here.
Your green flag on American
America's favorite bull ring.
Wake County Speedway is Raleigh's home for exciting NASCAR short track racing.
Trouble up in turn number 3.
The cars, the crowds, the throaty rumble of engines. All eyes on the green flag. Get the full schedule of races at WCSpeedway.com.
Coming to the checkered flag.
Wake County Speedway, just 10 minutes south of downtown Raleigh off US 401.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone?
Do flowers have best friends?
I don't know.
Hey, look.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
We are about 5 minutes away from game number 2 coming up between News Charter and Fairmont. That is all on the way on the WJG Sports YouTube TV and CRN, the Community Radio Network. We're back with more in a bit.
Friday night family fun starts here.
Your green flag on America's favorite bull ring.
Wake County Speedway is Raleigh's home for exciting NASCAR short track racing.
Trouble up in turn number 3.
The cars, the crowds, the throaty rumble of engines. All eyes on the green flag. Get the full schedule of races at WCSpeedway.com.
They're coming to the checkered flag.
Wake County Speedway, just 10 minutes south of downtown Raleigh off US 401.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone?
Do flowers have best friends?
I don't know.
Hey, look.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Sportsmanship. It means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team
And being a good host for our visitors. It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom,
Dad, son,
daughter, coach. Are we in this together?
sportsmanship. Together, we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
I'm a student athlete, which means I'm still learning.
I'm still growing.
I'm getting important lessons about perseverance, teamwork,
determination, respect, and dedication through playing sports in my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach, in a few years,
I'll probably forget a lot of the details, but I won't forget the lessons I learned
from the way you act towards my teammates,
coaches, referees, and other fans. What kind of lesson did you learn? I'm watching.
Sportsmanship. This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to blow you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink, wings are for birds.
We are CRN. Your CRN My CRN, our CRN. We are CRN. The Community Radio Network now on the new WN 87.9 FM. And still there worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Hey, welcome back. Number 2, my friend. Welcome back.
It's going to be a great one. I'm excited. These two teams seem hype already. And after that first one, if it gets better, we're in for a treat.
News Charter and Fairmont Golden Tornadoes. That's their mascot. Golden Tornadoes. I love it. Ready to go. 30K from player introductions. Let's go to public addresses. It looks like it's Goldsboro.
Good afternoon. Featuring the Tornadoes of Fairmont, taking on the Cougars of News Charter. First, for Fairmont, number 10 for Washington. Number 5, Thompson. Number 10, Landon Cummings. Number 11, Isaac Tucker. And number 22, Josiah Billings. The Tornadoes are coached by Coach McNair. And for News Charter, number 2, David Bradley. Number 3, Jason James.
They're wearing the black on gold with Charter. Comets play tomorrow. News Charter wearing what would be Comet colors.
I was about to say, they've got the same.
It was a home game.
I was about to say, yeah. Looks
White
the exact
on blue.
same.
News Charter on the front. This game underway. By the way, News Charter based out of Smithfield, where I live now. Fairmont out of Fairmont, Carolina. Ball and a slap and a foul called here quickly, Braxton.
Yeah, I mean, strong ball handling here to start off. Going to set some screens. And Fairmont's got the height advantage here over News Charter, so we'll see if that comes into play. And some shot blocking here.
They're going to call this a foul on number 5. They're going to call a foul on number 5. And number 2 will go to the line quickly. That's, of course.
And being able to get an early foul call going their way.
So completely get it started. And there's a nice return